Hello, 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 everyone. It's your man, Darren M. Palmer, Chief Book Officer with Self-Published in 30 Days. Excited to be with you for another episode of Desire to Inspire with my brilliant and beautiful, the host with the most. Her name is?
Carolyn Flower at Oxygen Publishing here in Montreal. Hey,
Oh,
everybody.
awesome, awesome. Well, I'm glad to be with Carolyn today. I'm glad to be in her presence as always. And most importantly, me and Carolyn, I'm speaking for her and me when I say that we're glad to have you all on, whatnot, to be able to pick up and where we learn together. Today, I want to go right into it because at the time of this recording, we're a couple days out from Christmas. But by the time you listen to this, it'll be that time where you're looking at going into the new year. So I heard a podcast, Carolyn, about someone by the name of Ed Milet. Ed Milet, is a great guy as far as making you focus and helping you reach your next level for his brain would max out. Now, part of the things Ed does so much stuff that I like, but one of the things that stood out to me was a podcast that I was able to listen to where he was sharing about separation season. And I thought that it would be befitting around this time to talk about it as well, because me and Carolyn, as we were off air, offline, we were able to get together and chat a little bit. And she was asking me, "Hey, so are you just kind of chilling back for the rest of the year, or are you running like me?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm steady knocking it out as well or whatnot." So we had that, we were in alignment on that part. Now, separation. Let's get right to it, people. The separation season. This is not us telling you that you can't have a piece of pie. We're not telling you that you can't have time with family and friends. We're not here to be, Scrooge or to be the Grinch or anything like this. But it's also the work with your paradigm shift to have the mindset of what can you do to separate yourself from others while everyone else is eating the whole pie. They're eating the whole cake. How can you reduce that and actually have something that's enjoyable? Because guess what, my friend, if you eat the whole pie and if you eat the whole cake, it's not going to be delicious anymore. You're actually going to be sick. So when we're talking about separation season, it's really another S word. What are the things that are hindering you from your success? And what are the things that are making you sick, whether it's financially sick because of overspending, over things that you really didn't have to do, but you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, or in the modern day age, keep up with the Kardashians? What is it that you're looking at far as why you're falling short on your first quarter or in your fourth quarter because you've taken 15 or 30 days off that you really didn't need to? And by the way, before I pass it on to Carolyn, I want to address those brilliant entrepreneurs and business owners out there who think that you need to go in a silo for 2 or 3 weeks because you're deep thinking on strategy that you need, that you actually could have got done in 4 to 6 hours, just one day at the office by yourself or whatnot, or in your room. Those are some of the things we want to talk about today. So, Carolyn, what are your thoughts on separation season, and what does that mean to you when you think about separation season?
Well, I love the expression. I've never actually had it in my vocabulary in quite that way. And it's a really important way to think about it because, that's what separates people who are achieving the goals that they've set their mind to achieve, and already feeling like the wish is fulfilled, like the goal is already achieved. Those people know how to separate themselves from the rest. They know how to eat the little piece of pie without losing sight of all the rest of the things that have to be done. In my world, it comes down to disciplines and habits.
Mm.
Right. So what are the habits that you've developed over the course of especially at this time of year? Because as we're moving toward the end of a year, it's not the time to let go. It's the time to keep moving because you've got that year. All your success story goes right to the end of that 12-month period. It's not the time to take your foot off the gas. Okay. But some of the habits that we've developed over the year, we need to understand that they need to become part of our lifestyle. These are not like, I have these habits Monday to Friday, and then I take weekends off. And that's not to say we don't take time to ourselves, our family, our friends. Those things are important parts of our lifestyle. But we need to, like you were just saying, You can get far more done in far less time if you focus your attention on choosing 1 or 2 or 3 revenue generating activities, for example. And if you have that habit every day of prioritizing what those are, that habit really never changes.
You know what, Carolyn, you're spot on that. And I want you all who are thinking, because I know some of you still might have the Scrooge mentality that we're being Scrooge. But at the same time, I want you to think about it this way. Just because you relax and you see family during the holidays doesn't mean that you don't brush your teeth. For most of you, I know it's some of you out there right now. I can smell it through the screen right now. But but you still brush your teeth. Most of you still take a bath or you take a shower. You cleanse yourself or whatnot. So if you can do that, that's what Carolyn is sharing with us too, far as the mindset on your habits. It's a part of your lifestyle. It's non-negotiable. You don't say, well, I've been brushing my teeth for 5 days a week now. I mean, I need at least a breather. I don't want to just, destroy my teeth because I'm brushing them too much. I got to give my teeth a break sometime. Now, you see how ridiculous that is? That's the same way that you want to think about these lifestyle changes. And I love the way that Carolyn used that wording. It's a lifestyle. So brushing your teeth, taking a bath, taking a shower, it's a lifestyle. Loving those who closest to you or whatnot. It's not when it's convenient. It's a lifestyle. You choose to love them in season and out of season. When they have a great attitude, and sometimes when they don't have a great, it don't mean that you like them all the time, but you still love them. That allows for you to give them the grace that they need until they are able to be in the right mindset. And also, believe it or not, people do it for us as well when we
Yes.
don't have the right mindset. Some of you, it might be you didn't get your coffee. Some of you, it might have been that you didn't get your workout that morning or your meditation, and you might feel like that you're, not aligned like you normally would be. But this understand separation season is about what can you do to get ahead. For those who are writing and creating content, this is the time for you to go ahead and get that book done. You might think to yourself, well, the year's over. Let me, don't go into the new year, new me. This is the year for your new book. I believe in that, but this is the year for your new book. But we're still right now at the time of this recording, we're in 2020. Some people gave up, Carolyn, on 2020 at the beginning of April.
Yep.
They were already through with 2020. Some people have already went into their silos, went into their caves and said, you know what? I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to chill. And when this thing is over, you know what? Just hurry up and bring 2021 on. Then I get back in rotation. But before I pass it on to Carolyn, I want to put this out. For those who are taking these 15 and 20 and 30 days and so on off, you're not going to be back when you get back. Let me repeat that. You're not going to be back when you get back. So those days that you take off, and you could actually be in the office, but you're not actually being productive. So it's the gerbil mentality. You steady moving, but you're not going anywhere. You're not using your time wisely. So you might take off, but by the time you get to where you're going and get back into full capacity like you are right now, before you took the break, it can be towards the end of February. February is a short month. You could actually be getting back around spring break where you'll be at full throttle. Now you've lost the end of the fourth quarter. Now all of a sudden you done lost the first quarter too as well. You won't be back to full capacity until it's about the second quarter where you're knocking it out. But people like Carolyn, people like me, people like others who are taking advantage of this season, we're so far ahead because we're already moving with another type of energy and we got momentum behind us. Can you talk about momentum and what's lost during this time, Carolyn, for those who think that they are right back because it's January 1st?
It's so interesting because you actually just read my mind, and that's the beauty of being so aligned, because that's the word I just wrote down: momentum. Okay, momentum has its very own power, and momentum doesn't just spark like that, like a battery. Momentum takes time to roll, and it responds directly to the amount of action that you take. Right. So you can't gain momentum if you're just thinking about what you want to do or you're talking about what you want to do. It takes momentum, takes its own power from the engine of activity. So if you're using, I've thought of this year in a way, well, so many of us have different perspectives of what this year has been, and it will be that topic of conversation for a very long time. I had to make a decision, back in March. When I came back from the retreat I was teaching, halfway through the month of March, I had to make a decision. How do I want to see this year? And how do I want to show up this year? And how can I serve this year, where we have a completely different landscape of people and their thinking and perspectives, and the way they're seeing the outside world? And how can I encourage them to look through the inside lens first, so that the outside world is a reflection of the inside? And what I found with a lot of us who made a decision to use this year as momentum building, it's like the slingshot, right? We've been doing this all year, creating more value. Who can I connect with? Who can I talk to? How can I serve better? And here we are, those who were awake doing that versus those who took the year off or made a decision that this was time that they could basically waste instead of invest. And so when you're investing time in yourself and your business and your connections and your expansion, you're on the slingshot. And what happens is, now we get into the new year where people are they're going to start to wake up. They're going to start to go, oh, it's a new year. I have to get that engine rolling. We're going boom, right? And we're flying through. We're flying into the new year just because of all the momentum that has been coming through us through the entire year. So it's important to not take your foot off the gas, which doesn't mean, no, you're not going to spend time with other people, but it means that where you are in your creative spirit, where you are in your goals and the things that you want to achieve. Sorry, my phone in my office now is ringing. Sorry about that. Where you are with where your goals and your achievements, you still need to give it that attention, and you still need to be taking action every single day. And so you will not release yourself from the momentum. So when it comes time to really put the pedal down, you're there, you're ready.
Awesome, awesome. And that's the thing right there what Carolyn was talking about. When it comes to momentum, you don't want to waste. It is taking you so long to build up the type of momentum that you have. Why relinquish that? Why let go or release that force of nature or whatnot that could work in your benefit, that can allow for you to have a quantum leap? That's the difference between the incremental growth or whatnot, not knocking it. But then that's at the same time, that's what you have when you have quantum leaps in a business, where you look at like, how in the world did we go from there? It's like you just boom, 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 like the bamboo tree or whatnot. You steady building, you steady doing the things that you need to do. You steady investing, you steady planning, you steady building biz dev or whatnot, creating the right relationships, the whole nine, investing in yourself, learning your team. And then all of a sudden you have that quantum leap. Most of us out there who understand this, we're working the law in our favor. Those who are listening to this who are not, that could be the separation that you're looking at when we talk about the separation season. It's not that you're a bad person. It's not that you don't have work ethic. It's not that horrible. It's not that you don't have anything of value. You can have the right systems, the right product, the right people, the whole nine. But this separation is the thing that's killing you, so to speak. That's your Achilles heel, because you think it's not a big deal because you hadn't had a paradigm shift. So you don't realize that you exhausted the momentum that you had. And so now it's maybe June of 2021 before you get back up to where you were at this time in 2020, before you digress or whatnot, instead of continue to progress for us the things that you're doing. Before we get out of here too, Carolyn, I want you just to share for those, because we're big on mindset. What can you share with those who are looking at writing a book or whatnot right now, or who are thinking to themselves, I just need to focus on Christmas right now, or focus on the holidays, or Kwanzaa, or Hanukkah, whatever they celebrate. What can you say to them for as the importance of what they should be doing right now if they're looking at writing a book, instead of saying, I'm going to start in January 2021?
Well, one of the reasons I asked you when we first got on this call offline, I said, are you running like crazy, like I am? Is because I've had the great pleasure of having the opportunity to talk to a lot of people who have recontacted me. Here we are, 7 days away from the end of the year, 8 days away from the end of the year, and people contacting me, and I'm on these calls. And it's like, we had that call earlier in the year and we talked about my book, and here they are all these months later making the decision, saying, okay, I'm going to do, but I'm going to get in now. And I've encouraged people to do that. Don't wait till January 1st. Let's make the decision now so that you feel that power of, because Bob Proctor always says, right? It's the starting that stops most people. Let's get you started so that your mindset clicks into, I did it. I said I was going to do it. I may not have completed it yet, but I made the decision. And the decision is the doorway to all of it. Make the decision, get the information, educate yourself, figure out exactly what your book is supposed to be. No, it doesn't have to be written between now and the end of the year. That's not what we're talking about. Make the decision, but get yourself informed so that you can say, okay, I've started. I am now in this process, and then watch the magic unfold as you move into the new year and pick up your own momentum.
That's it. I love it. I love it. This is why we encourage all to listen to this show. I'm encouraged when I listen to it as well. That's why it's the desire to inspire. It's just that separation. It's something that happens. And this is just bigger than just books. It's something that triggers when you've made a decision. You have planted that in your subconscious, and all of a sudden you'll start finding that because you accomplished that, now you have started creating the positive and successful habits. Now you start having a different self-image about yourself. So when your self-image changes, now you understand that, hey, it's okay. I deserve to have success. I deserve to finish a task. I deserve to accomplish your goal. And then you'll find, what? I can't hear you. Yes, yes. You'll have the ripple effect. You'll have the ripple effect where it starts going into other areas of your life. And so that's why I wanted to bring it up today and give you a pause for the cause on that, because I'm not telling you something that I just heard. It's something that happened for me in my own life, the things that Carolyn has shared. When I executed on the first book, the ripple effect went into other areas. It impacted my marriage as a father, what I do as a business owner, that transferable skill set of being able to accomplish it. And like you say, I don't have to know it all. I just
Oh,
need to make a decision. I just need to get started. And what she brought up is the magic happens. But if I don't go through door number one, I never see what's behind door number two, because there are things that unfold as you get started. You don't have to know it all. Like Bob Proctor said, most things, the thing to keep most people from getting further is that they just get started. That eliminates most people. But if you get started, you don't have to see the end. Just start. Just use what you have. And Carolyn, if you don't mind, those who are looking at getting started and want to get in on your calendar or whatnot to connect with you, could you share the name of your company, the website information, and then I'll share, and then we'll close it out.
so yeah, connect with us or connect with either one of us, because what people don't necessarily understand is writing a book has everything to do with mindset. And so if you're asking yourself, what's the matter with me? I haven't started this project yet. What's the matter with me? I haven't completed. Don't give yourself a hard time on that, right? You need to understand that there's a lot of moving parts to it. The only thing that you want to be thinking about right now is hopping on a call with one of us, and we'll give you a lot of the information that you just may not be aware of yet. And at the same time, you'll understand how much you already have going for you that you just didn't know. So that's what people need to understand. It's not about just sitting down and sitting in front of a blank screen of writing a book. Get on a call with one of us. Let us ask you the questions that we know is actually going to light your fire. And then you'll know what it means to say, okay, I'm ready. So to get on a call with me or to reach out to me, just go to oxygenpublishing.com. Right at the very top, it says click here, fill out. It's just a little questionnaire that tells us a little bit more about you. Fill that out. It'll connect with me. And then I will reach out to you, and we'll set up a call, and we'll have that discussion, and we'll infuse you with that desire to inspire. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Carolyn. In the same way here, you can reach out to us at self-published the letter N 30 days.com. You can go to contact, or you can reach out to us on any social media platform at self-published the letter N 30 days. And you can click the link tree or whatever that they got on there or whatnot, but there are a lot of ways for you to connect with us. But we wish you all happy holidays. We wish the best for you. And those out there, I just got this on my heart right now. even for those if it's not the best of times for you, it's just a mindset. So use this as a separation season. Use this to think positive. That's the same thing that me and Carolyn has been talking about today. Those who think different or have the paradigm shift realize I'm not going to sit here and gain 30 or 40 pounds during this time. I'm not going to sit here and and have where my blood pressure or my glucose levels are horrible. I'm not going to sit here and just have where my mental state is worse. You know what? I'm not going to allow this to happen to me. I'm going to allow for myself to think differently. And this was for me to get better. So it's all about the mindset. Like she's talking about the book. This is really about life, people. This is what we're talking to you about. This is about life. So you have to choose during this season, are you going to have joy or you're going to operate in depression or not, I did say depression, or just be down on yourself or whatnot. It's about you. And so it's about what you think and believe.
And
Carolyn,
the
could
other
you
thing
close us up?
I just want to add to that what you just said, because here's the thing I've come to understand. We as humans tend to be wired in the negative side of things, you know. And I think what people do is they do this inventory at this time of year, especially at the end of a year, and all they think about is what they didn't get done, what they didn't accomplish, what went wrong, all the things that didn't happen. So I want to invite you to do the complete polar opposite of that. And I want you to take an inventory during this season of separation and say, wow, look at everything I did accomplish this year. Personal life, professional life, financial life, whatever that is, no amount of success is too small. So you want to actually write that stuff down so that as you are moving yourself into the new year, you're moving yourself with the right energy of success. And when you feel successful and you imagine success, success will find you. So take stock of all the things that are awesome about you and what you've accomplished this year.
Awesome. Awesome. Till next time, remember, keep on having a desire to inspire. We'll see y'all next week.